The all-new Specialized Levo comes with a Specialized full power system, boasting a 700 watt-hour battery which delivers a peak power of 565 watts and 90 Newton meters of torque. In simple terms, this means the system can provide up to 4 times the power of the average rider on top of your own power. Or in even simpler terms, it gives you super legs.
The motor firmware developed in-house by Specialized gives an incredibly smooth and natural feel to your pedal stroke. It's as if you were riding a non-electric bike with the added bonus of those super legs.
So whether you're a beginner just looking to make it up your local hill or an experienced rider aiming to conquer super steep technical climbs, this bike will make the seemingly impossible possible.
Ooh, check this out. This looks pretty tricky. Why don't you show us what you're talking about up here?
Sounds good. I'll give it a go.
Cool, I'm gonna head around. I'll see you at the top.
Okay, let's get this in turbo.
Nice one.
Yes, baby.
To control the full power system on the Levo, Specialized has created the Mastermind TCU, which is essentially the brain of the bike. The Mastermind TCU comes integrated in the top tube and has a Gorilla Glass color TFT screen, making it super robust and scratch resistant. On it, you can view a wide variety of data like altitude, rider power and consumption, and you can connect it directly to a Bluetooth or ANT+ heart rate device.
You can use the Mastermind TCU independently without connecting it to a phone, but by using the Specialized Mission Control app available for iOS and Android devices, you can access further functionality and settings for the Levo. And you can customize up to 16 different screens on your Mastermind TCU, with up to 30 different metrics to choose from.
Scrolling through the screens is really easy to do, straight from the handlebar remote. All you need to do is click the F1 button and you'll jump to the next screen in the sequence. The Mastermind TCU also enables over-the-air updates for the unit and the bike, so when updates are available, you will wirelessly be able to run them. Plus, there are plenty of great new features on the way. Let's get going.
The Levo comes with 3 default power settings. Eco for reduced power and support, in which you can cover up to 70 kilometers or 2,500 meters of climbing. Trail for medium power and support, in which you can cover up to 50 kilometers or 2,000 meters of climbing. And Turbo for full power and support, in which you can cover up to 45 kilometers or 1,500 meters of climbing.
You can customize these modes using the Tune feature in Mission Control to suit your preferences. But the new Levo also comes with an all-new Micro Tune feature, which allows you to change the amount of assist you get from the bike in 10% increments.
To enter the Micro Tune mode, simply hold down the plus button on the handlebar remote and then select plus or minus to increase the power by 10% increments.
With Micro Tune, Matt and I can easily find compatible assist levels that enable us to ride together at the same speed and intensity. Or not.
Levo comes in a mullet setup with a 29-inch wheel in the front and a 27.5-inch wheel at the back. The smaller wheel at the back allows for a shorter chainstay despite the space the motor takes up, and this really improves the handling and playfulness of the bike.
What's more, the Levo's geometry is adjustable. You can change the default head tube angle of 64.5 degrees up to 65.5 or down to 63 using the adjustable headset cup. And you can lower the bottom bracket by 7mm using the flip tip.
In other words, setting the bike up in the longer, lower and slacker settings gives you a much more stable ride, which comes in handy on that steep and technical terrain.
If you set it up in the steeper, higher, more compact setting, you get a bike that is quicker, more nimble, and super playful, which makes for a lot of fun on those twisty trails.
So in total, you can set your bike up to 6 different geometries by combining the 3 options for the head tube angle and the 2 for the bottom bracket.
As for the suspension and kinematics, you get 160mm at the front combined with 150mm of travel at the rear. That was custom tuned using the specialized RX Tune process. This gives you a smooth ride over small bumps with lots of support on big hits and efficient pedaling. And the Levo is compatible with reservoir shocks without losing standover height or water bottle clearance.
In terms of sizing, the new Levo follows the specialized S sizing model and comes in 6 sizes from S1 to S6. The advantage of the S sizing model is that you can choose a bike based on your riding style and not purely on your height. For me, I'm 178 centimeters tall, so I could go with either an S4 for a more stable and planted ride or an S3 for a more nimble and maneuverable bike. For more information about S sizing, check out our video on the topic where it's all explained in detail.
And finally, as we mentioned earlier, you can ride the Levo without the need to connect to a mobile phone. But if you really want to get the full experience of riding a turbo e-bike, we highly recommend that you connect to the specialized Mission Control app. You can access more information about the Mission Control app and all its features on the Specialized University's YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out.
And one more thing. The Levo comes with a 3-level sealing system for the charge board. This seriously reduces the risk of elements getting in there and makes for a more robust and durable e-bike through all conditions. What do you say we head out for one last run before the sun goes down?
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks all for watching. We hope to see you out there riding more trails than ever before on a Levo.